Hey Divas and Divos, it's me, just Londa. Have you subscribed? Have you joined the fam? All the madness on this channel. I'm gonna give you the deets, the breakdowns and everything. I had some fails going on. There is 2 looks. And you know what? I do hauls, I do makeup. When there's something on my chest, I let you know. And there's been plenty on my chest. And I need to talk to you about it. It's time for us to do a talk because my best friend, one of my best friends, sent me something about bridesmaids. And because I am going to be a bridesmaid, I want to put my little 2 cents in. So you might see this whole look a little bit later. So I'm going to go ahead and roll that beautiful baked bean footage. So I want this look to come completely through. On my eyes, I do have on Juvia's Place primer, and it's in medium. I did, however, set that primer with One Size Beauty. So I'm just gonna kind of blend out these cracks and crevices. I am going to take my Ulta Beauty Adjustable Coverage Pressed Powder Foundation Wet to Dry and use that as a backdrop. So I'm just going to put this right in for my backdrop because that's what I want to pull this day look together. Okay, so now that I have my backdrop on, let's go ahead and start with this shade here because I want to do like a day look. I don't want to start off with the obvious, and I hadn't swatched these, so I don't know anything about these. I will say that I did not think that they were going to be this small, and I feel like this pigmentation is really light. I don't know, but again, this is going to be a day look, so we'll see. It's taking some building, I will say that. And I'm just doing like 2/3 of the eye with that one shade color. Right now, I'm just not impressed with it, but we'll see. I just feel like and maybe my brush is too fluffy. So this is, okay. So that's good. And then I want to take this brown right here and kind of build up the outer V and see what happens, which looks like nothing on my skin. I barely see it. It's, let's try a stiffer brush. Like I'm picking it up, and maybe it's just my complexion. I just don't see it as much as I thought I would. That's wet because I had my ice there at one point in time. Okay. I think this is going to be a one and done type of look. Let's see if I put in my crease what happens. Yeah, this brown is not showing up the way, at least on my skin, the way I thought it would. Like I thought it would be a bit more pigment and show a little bit more, but I'm really not seeing any dimension or anything. And I love Pat McGrath's formula because they provide like an intensity. So you start off with a light layer and you keep adding on and you keep building and building to what you want. This color, this brown color in here is not building the way I thought it would. Okay, so this is pretty much a day look. I mean, you can throw on some lashes. It's really quick, really simple. On my brown skin, you can see a little bit of depth, not much. Like I can tell my backdrop, I can tell like a crease color, and I can look at a shimmery lid color. So this is gonna be my day look because right now I'm kind of disappointed. So I'm gonna wipe this off, come back, and then we're going to do a look. I was hoping for a bit more. All right, so for the sake of the video, I've already prepped my eye again, primed it with Juvia's Place. It's called Shade 2, not medium. I did set it with the One Size Beauty, just as before. But then I took my Pat McGrath pencil in Extreme Black, did my waterline, and I tight lined. Now, you might see some glitter bits on my eye. It's because for some reason my camera wasn't recording. It was tripping. It was malfunctioning. So I took it off, did it again. So basically what I'm going in is with this Extreme Black, lining my eye with it. And it doesn't matter how messy or anything of the sort. And we're just going to take a flat, stiff shader brush and smudge that out.
Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah.
Now what that is doing is creating a base for setting up everything for my smoky eye look. Or at least that's what I think I'm going to do. Now, what I did with the other look that you can't see is that I did take that purpley color and I put that all over the lid. Right in here, it was just tons of fallout. It didn't work for me. I'm so sorry that it didn't record. Okay, so it was a hot mess. I had to actually wet the brush for the shadow to kind of stay on my eye because it was just falling out everywhere. So now that I already know that, I'm going to go in with the matte purple color in that same shade of brush, and I'm just going to start packing this color on the lash line up, and I think I'm just going to take it all the way up into my crease. Just keep patting it. And I am doing like a rounded shape. What am I looking for? I have no clue. Like I said, this is not the look that I did first. That did not get recorded for some reason. That is a beautiful color. I love it. I love it. I love that color. Now I'm going to take the brown out of this palette and soften up my edges. If it allows me to. It may not allow me to. So it did soften up that color and it helped kind of spread it out some, which I do like. And I'll just probably go back in and pack that color back on for some more intensity, because again, I don't know what kind of look I'm going for. I just know I want to play with this, and I feel like I'm kind of disappointed in it because I do have a love-hate relationship with Pat McGrath palettes. Like, I love my palettes and then I hate them at the same time. And this one is pretty much being at the same thing, especially with the fallout and the pigmentation with that brown shadow, like, or whatever it is, the shimmer that I had all over the lid. So now I will also say that, and I am looking in the mirror because I want to make sure that I'm seeing everything. I will say that they do play together really nicely. You know, sometimes mattes don't play together really nicely. I will say that this matte is playing together nicely. So that is also a plus as well. Like, these mattes play really well together and they spread really nicely on the eye, and that's what you want. You don't want to be working and just be blending and not, it's looking mucky and it's not what you want. So maybe my mistake that I used was an old Sedona squirrel hair brush. Maybe that was my thing. Maybe I should have went in with a stiffer brush, which I still don't think that would have been an issue at hand, but nevertheless it could have been. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a rougher 28 brush and go in with this purpley color here. And I have the purple palette from the collection. I don't recall having all this fallout. I could be wrong, but I just don't recall. So what I will do is just kind of put this on the inner. I think that could be what it is. It is coming out a little bit sparse, not like the way I thought it would. And what I want to do is just kind of spread it out. And it might look better wet. So this is what it looks dry. And then we're going to go ahead and put a little bit of water on it, which I already know it does. See, like, it just comes to life much more. Okay, so I think I'm going to leave that the way it is for right now. I'm also going to go in with this lighter shade and just go ahead and load my brush up and go in the inner tear duct. And kind of pull it up some. Okay, so I think this is what I'm looking for so far. I didn't, again, with that shade, I was having so much troubles with it. I think this is going to be the look, to be honest. Like, I started out not having this matte shade underneath the base. I started out with it being dry, and yeah. So let me clean this up, get my base on, and then we'll do the bottom. All right, so I have like my little base on or whatever. So I'm just going to take Pat McGrath pencil again and just kind of smudge the lash line again, as messy as I want it to be. And then I'm just going to smudge it out. I'm going to go in with the brown color. Start loading it up. And then just kind of blend those two colors together underneath the eye. So it doesn't look so dramatic, so smoky. Then we're just going to take another brush and just kind of make sure all that's soft. No extra product at all. Still a bit of fallout, but it's okay. So I'm going to go ahead, throw on some mascara, throw on some falsie, contour this diamond face, and we'll chat about it. Alright, divas and divos, this is the finished look. Oh, this look. She came to party, she came to play. So on my face, I do have the Mcgrath Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Foundation in the color 25. I also mixed a little bit of MAC Scrub Cream Illuminate in Peach Light. The highlighter on my face is from her Sublime palette, that pinky color. Don't ask me what it is because I don't know off the top of my hands. The bronzer and blush will be coming up in the next episode. The lip color, I did have to fight with the lip color because I was going to wear something from Mcgrath, but the color that I had was clashing. So this is Jeff lip liner from Makeup by Mario, or Makeup by Mario, and it's Christian Dior Rouge Dior in the color, what is that, 263 Swan, and then Fenty Gloss in Fussy. The lashes are what I thought I was going to be coming out with lashes, but yeah. Oh yeah, I think that's it. I don't think I missed anything. P.S. I did also set my face with the Ulta Beauty Adjustable Coverage Foundation. Forgot to say that. So what do I think about the palette? I do feel like in order for the shimmers to shimmer, I feel like you have to wet them, unfortunately. And I don't think it's like that with the other. And then my palette is a little messy. So you can tell that there's fallout, but again, I mean, it does come with the territory sometimes with shadows. I think the formula is a bit better. I will say I hadn't played with my shadows from Mcgrath in a moment. Like I said, this highlighter is from that Sublime palette. So just to give you a couple of swatches. So like I think they are really nice. I just feel like maybe the applicator could have been wrong. I had trouble with my Sedona lace, and I believe this was a squirrel hair brush. Like, they don't make this one anymore. It's the Luxe Essential brush. But then I also use my rougher 28 brush, and I still was getting fallout. I was still not getting the color payoff that I really wanted until I wet the brush. Once it got wet, it was able to, you know, do its thing. So that's the only thing that I have with it. The fact that it's a size of a pot, like the first thing that came to mind was Kevin Hart. And I know you see it at the beginning, but I mean, like, look. However, it is Pat McGrath. It is priced at a good price. I'll give it a B plus. Okay, I will give it a B plus, because you get to try Pat McGrath formula. You get to figure out how to manipulate and do the things that you want to do with it, how it's going to work with you. Again, things are buildable. The only thing that I really wished out of the palette is that that brown could have shown up more on my skin tone, because it really didn't. And I'm out of fingers and out of, hold on, let's see. I just wish that that brown would have shown up and showed out for my complexion, which is right here on my eye, which it really just didn't show up the way I wanted it to. So that was my only qualms with it. It just didn't show out the way I wanted it to. It didn't build the way I knew that a Pat McGrath matte shadow can build, because it can go from light to dark and show like a good gradient effect using that one. And you saw how I did that with the darker purpley color in this palette. Like, that was majority on my lid. You saw how I packed it on. It was great. There was no fallout. It was great. It was so, I mean, for the money, yes. It's what, $29. It's Pat McGrath. I'm gonna say it could possibly be durable. You do get a mirror, so if you wanted to, you know, like, I'm gonna bring myself my Pat McGrath shadows here, you know. Again, I wasn't thinking that it was gonna be this small. Nevertheless, it is Pat McGrath. I think it's worth it. Try it. Let me know if you got this. Let me know if you like this whole look and everything else. And thanks for watching, Divos. Excuse me. Thanks for watching, rating, subscribing, all that beautiful jazz that make me feel so warm and fuzzy inside. Peace and peace. Bye.